guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have a really fun and easy project planned out for today, and this all started because I printed some patches and I really wanted something cute to put them on. So I sewed a really quick bag, and I've actually been using it so much. And like, honestly, I'm not really somebody who like uses purses very much, but I've been kind of using this one non-stop because she just holds everything. Like from the other day, just in here I have my hat, my huge knitting project, my sunglasses, my absolutely ridiculous jumble of keys that's way too big, my wallet and other various knickknacks. And I've gotten a bunch of compliments on this bag, so I thought I would turn it into a really quick tutorial for you guys. And it's also reversible, and it also has a zipper on the back. And I got really sick, and so I just spent the whole time in bed embroidering a whole bunch of bugs onto this fabric. And again, it's also reversible. So on this side, I just added some more of my prints. And yeah, this is a really fun and quick and easy project. And it also could be a really fun gift. So right in time for Christmas or just birthdays and stuff. I think it's such a fun handmade gift to give people. And I absolutely love how this bag turned out. So let me show you guys how I did it.
So first things first, I went ahead and cut out all of my pieces using my pattern. And like always, I will be showing you guys the measurements for this project, but the pattern is also available on my website if you find that easier. And I had so much fun choosing like the embroidery placement for this project, but it took some time mapping exactly where I wanted everything to go. But for this bag, here is the base piece. And on one side, depending if you want it on the lining or the outer layer, you're going to want to mark the zipper placement on just one piece. And so that's my back piece, and then this is my front piece, but the shapes are the same. And then these are the strap pieces. That is the bottom of the bag, but also is the shoulder strap. And because the strap's tied together on this bag, you can really adjust it to make it a longer purse or more of a shoulder bag. And then this is the piece for the pocket and then the little tie closure. And both of these pieces can be out of whichever fabric you want. And the first part we're going to work on is the zipper. And so we're going to take the base side that has the zipper marked out on it, and we're going to place the pocket piece on top of it, making sure that their zipper placements line up perfectly. And then we're going to pin those together around those lines. And we're going to sew around the perimeter of this little rectangle. And because I have this beading I'm kind of working around, at some points I'm using a zipper foot just so I can get closer to the beads without actually hitting them. But if you're not working with beads, you can go ahead and just use a regular presser foot for this whole project. And we're just very carefully sewing directly on those marks. And once that's done, you're going to cut down the center line to cut the opening for the zipper. And then you're going to stop about 1 centimeter away from the end, and you're going to cut diagonal marks into the corners, and this will give the fabric more mobility to lay flat when you turn it right side out. Which we're going to do now, so you can push the lining fabric through the opening we just made, and then I'm going to go give this a good press with my iron so that these seams are super crisp. And so now you should have this rectangle opening, and we're going to place our zipper inside this space. And I never have the correct size zipper on hand, so I always start my zipper at the end, and then I just pull the zipper pull through so that when I sew, it'll be on the inside of the part we're sewing. And so I'm pinning that in place, and then I'm just going to use a basting stitch all the way around it to kind of hold this in place before we actually stitch it down, because with zippers sometimes they like to shift a little bit. So adding basting stitches is just a little bit of extra security. And basting stitches are just the longest stitch length on your machine, and they're just a temporary stitch to hold things in place. And now I'm using a regular straight stitch to sew all the way around the perimeter of the zipper. And actually this is the one step where you will want to use a zipper foot on this project. And then you just go ahead and take out those basting stitches, and this is what our zipper is looking like. It looks so clean and professional, except for all of the excess zipper. So I'm just going to add some stitches right across the end there where I want to cut it off. And then you can just go ahead and snip the rest of the zipper. And this step is optional, but I like to finish the ugly part of the zipper end with just like a really quick binding. And so I'm just taking this piece of scrap fabric, sewing one side of it to the end of the zipper, And then just folding the little edges in and folding that top edge down 2 times to encase the end of that zipper. And then sewing that down, but making sure not to catch any of the pocket, only the zipper. And then we're going to take the other side of the pocket and we're going to match it up with the other side, pin around the perimeter, and sew all around it. And that's the zipper pocket. I feel like people get intimidated by these sometimes, but they're honestly really simple to do once you kind of get the hang of it. And now we're going to work on the strap pieces. And the first thing we're going to do is put them pretty side to pretty side and sew down this seam here. And then we're going to match that bottom seam up with the bottom notch on the base of the bag. And we're going to pin that first. And then there's 2 other notches down either side that you're going to want to match up. And this is making sure that the straps are placed evenly around the perimeter of the bag. And now with those in place, we're just going to add some more notches all around the parts of the strap that we need to curve around the edges. And this again gives the fabric more mobility, so it's able to round those edges and make those curves, because we're trying to take something flat and sew it to something that's rounded. So this kind of helps us make getting that shape a lot easier. But when you're making all of these notches, you want to make sure that they're just under the seam allowance, which on my patterns is 1/2 inch. And once that's in place, you're going to sew all around this curved edge to reach the top edge of the base of the bag. And once you have one sewn, you're just going to do the same exact thing with the other base piece. First matching up all of the notches, and then adding more snips all around the curved edges, pinning that in place and sewing those together. And now when you turn this right side out, you can really start to see the bag coming together. And now we're going to put that one aside for a second, and we're going to do the exact same steps with all of the lining pieces. So again, sewing the strap pieces together down the bottom seam, and then attaching that to either side of the base of the bag and sewing those together. And if you want to add any cute little patches to your bag, you want to do this step before attaching these straps to the base of the bag. I completely forgot, so I ended up doing it after, but it's much easier to do it when you're just working with one layer of fabric. So go ahead and do any cute things you want to do to the bag first and then sew it all up. But if you forget, it's also not a huge deal. And so I just sewed on some more little patches, and I left the top edge of the bigger one unsewn so that this could also act as another pocket. And now we're going to sew up the little tie pieces. And so to do this, down the really long side, we're going to fold both of the raw edges in towards the middle and then fold it in half again to encase those raw edges. Pin that all the way down. But once you reach the end of one of the sides, you're going to want to also fold in that raw edge and then continue folding the same way so that you will have a finished end. And then you're just going to sew down either side to get a really clean finish. And I like to do like a little turn at the end, but sometimes it can be really tricky to not have the machine kind of get stuck at the bottom. And so sometimes you just have to cut your losses and sew down either side individually. Or you can like use a pin and try to like put it through the end and keep pulling it through to give you more tension, but my machine was having a day. And then you're going to pin the little ties in place down the middle of the bag on either side. And again, it's marked with a little notch. And then you're going to take the lining piece and you're going to put these pieces pretty side to pretty side. And so you're basically putting one bag inside of the other, making sure that the right sides are facing each other. And then we're going to pin them together all along the perimeter. And it's really important that you remember to mark out like about a 2-inch space to leave open so that we can turn this bag right side out. But then you're going to go ahead and sew all along the perimeter, leaving open that space. And now before you turn the bag right side out, we're going to notch all of these corners. Again, making sure not to cut into the seam that we just sewed. And then on the little tight corners, I also like to dog ear and snip the corners just to make everything really nice and sharp. And then you can go ahead and turn it right side out through that little opening that we left. And it can be a little bit tricky to turn the straps out. So I went ahead and used my knitting needle that was sitting on my table, which worked great for this. And once it's right side out, to get a really nice finish, I like to top stitch my edge. So I'm just pinning all of those seams down to help everything lay nice and flat and be fully turned out. And then I'm just stitching about 1/4 to 1/8 of a way from the edge all the way around. And top stitching this edge is also what's going to close up that little hole that we left. And once that's sewn, the bag is officially done. You just have to tie the little straps together in a knot. And again, you can place the knot higher or lower on the straps depending on where you want the bag to sit. But that's the last step on this bag. And when I say I've been using these bags nonstop, like I truly mean it. This is my go-to everyday purse for everything now. They really fit everything, and I'm just a big fan of like a big slouchy bag because they really like, you can just have everything in there. I forgot how fun it is to just like keep knickknacks with me all the time. And I love the fact that it's reversible and I can kind of change it to go with whatever look I'm going for that day. And I think all of the different designs are so cute, and it's so fun to just like have a little pop of a different look on the inside. And so get creative with it, have fun making different patches and patterns and beading, and you can really add anything to these bags. So I really hope that you guys make it your own, and I can't wait to see what you guys do. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye!